Hello everybody and welcome back. We have already covered the things that I love about Minecraft 1.19. Time to talk about the things that I hate. And I say that right at the beginning because I always get someone in the comments that's like, wow, you are just negative Nancy. Well, I already made the video about all the things I love, so check that one out first. So let's get started with a list of things from the new Minecraft update that I am not that big of a fan of. And we're going to start off with a very general topic, okay? And that is that I feel like this update is not what was promised to us or explained to us at Minecraft Live. The impression that I got from Minecraft Live was that they were going to spend more time per biome and making each biome feel a lot more unique and a lot more special. Currently, right now, there is not that big of a difference from biome to biome. I mean, like a savanna, it's basically a forest that's hot, that doesn't rain, that has a different type of tree, and that's kind of it. Plains, exact same thing, except you don't have a savanna tree. You got your swamps, okay? The ground is a little bit different, right? So it doesn't feel like terrain has a very different situation. I feel like the biggest difference would be, say, a desert, like they don't have any trees at all, right? Versus, say, like a jungle, right? Where huge trees, difficult to move around, and a lot of specific type of mobs to that area. So what I expected the wild update to be was taking a look at each biome and figuring out how you could make that biome a lot more unique. And so with this, even it's funny because even the new mangrove swamp biome, I don't really know if I feel like it is very different. I mean, it is it does feel very different, but there's so many mangrove trees and it's almost like I don't want to be here, you know? Also, some of the concept art, it made it feel like, it made it seem like there was going to be a different feeling for every biome, you know, with fireflies, rip fireflies, and other mobs and things like that, that you would get sort of a different atmosphere from the different biomes. And that just didn't happen. So I hope that it helps that I explained what I expected would happen, and that's just not what we have in the game. So that kind of brings me to point number 2, which is rip fireflies. That isn't this. It's kind of connected to point number 1. But my thought there was, I was just really looking forward to being able to do stuff with the fireflies. Normally when something is introduced, there's some extra little tidbits, and I was really hoping that maybe you could put a firefly in a jar. You know, you already have jars of water. I guess they're water bottles. You know, you could put a firefly in a bottle, and that would be a really cool light source, that sort of thing. I think that my imagination just got away from me with that one. But I also got, I still don't know if I love the way fireflies were going to exist, the way that they were presented at Minecraft Live. But I do kind of wish that something like that would have been added because of how atmospheric it could have been. And I feel like that is what's really missing from this update is atmosphere, because that's what I thought we were getting. Moving on to number 3. Apparently I just really hate the mangroves, because number 3 was these mangrove trees. I am not a fan of these mangrove trees. Okay, they look very different, but I don't see anyone seeking out these trees. There's a few issues that I see with them. One, they kind of take the behavior of the worst part of oak trees is when you get one of those massive oak trees, right? When you get a huge oak tree that has tons of branches and you know that you're gonna have to climb up in that thing, break down all the branches, hope that you don't leave a log. Otherwise, you're just going to have leaves floating in your world, which you just didn't want in the first place. And they've kind of taken that, and it's literally every tree with the mangrove tree. You have all these roots, you have to break down every single one of them. Then you finally get up into the wooded area, and there's all these branches and all sorts of stuff. It's getting rid of a mangrove tree is gonna be the most annoying thing I could possibly imagine. On top of that, I just gotta say, I am personally not a fan of this color. I do not like the red. First, we already had basically a red, right, with crimson planks. Okay, now we have these mangrove planks. I'm just not a fan. Sorry. I just don't know what to say. I did not think that I would be so upset by that. But yeah, I am just kind of not a fan of that color. Moving on though. And this one, I have a feeling that this could be a little bit controversial or a little bit, I don't know. I'm gonna have to explain myself here. And that is the warden fight. Something that I hate is the warden fight. Now, I need to say that I do enjoy, and this is on the things that I love that in ancient cities, the developers have really forced you into a situation where you need to sneak around, you need to avoid the warden, you need to take it slow, and you need to search for loot, try not to make a single sound. I really, really like that. But what I don't like is that there's literally no reason to fight the warden. I get that they're going for a vibe, right? They're going for, they want you to sneak around and they don't really want you to just whip out your sword and fight the warden. 500 health points, that's 250 hearts. Like, yeah, no, that's just ridiculous, okay? I'm not gonna do that. But I kind of wish that if you braved it all, you got all your, you used up your enchanted apples, you got the best enchantments on your bow or whatever, and you just decided to take on this warden, that there was something. And I really don't want it to be like game changing. I just want it to be cosmetic. It would be awesome if the warden dropped maybe a warden skull or something that you could show off as a trophy, and that is it. It's just cosmetic. I don't want it to be like the Wither, where, it drops a Wither star, and that actually goes to making a beacon, and that can be super powerful, get you crazy, effects all the time. I don't want it like that, because it still should be pretty stupid to fight the warden. But if you go through all of that, I feel like you should get something more than a little bit of experience and a Skulk Catalyst. Like, come on, give me something. It just feels like, they could still accomplish their goal. And I think that, if you literally kept the warden exactly the same, you could. But you would still accomplish the goal of not needing to fight the warden and give some type of reward to those people who went all out and decided to fight it anyway. Maybe you'd have to take it out with a group of friends, especially now that it has a range attack. I just feel like that would be a little bit better than literally nothing when it dies. Number 5 is this stuff right here. Reinforced Deep Slate. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan of the Reinforced Deep Slate. I don't know what. I think it's mostly because it feels like there's a lot of hype around this block, possibly being a portal in the future, and the fact that it's completely unobtainable in survival, the fact that it's basically bedrock, except you can break it, but it will never break itself. I don't know. I find it kind of annoying that there is a block that is there that can't be moved, that can't be obtained. Even things like before, there were the mushrooms, and you could not get mushroom block. You had to use pistons to push the mushroom around, and then you could use those blocks in your builds. And that was it was difficult to do, but you could at least do something with it. I don't know why, but it just bothers me that Reinforced Deep Slate is this block that literally will be used nowhere else other than where it spawns in the world. It kind of just, it doesn't feel like a vibe it just doesn't feel like a thing that Minecraft is good at. It just feels like that's kind of not what Minecraft is about. And I don't feel the same way about Bedrock, because Bedrock serves a completely different purpose in my mind. Bedrock is there to be the barrier of your world. It's not movable, it's not obtainable, it's not breakable. It is supposed to be, okay, you stop. You can't go any further. If you go any further, you're gonna fall into the void. We need a barrier of some flavor. And I think because this doesn't really serve a purpose other than decoration, and then it's unobtainable by the players, that it just kind of feels like a trick, I guess. I don't know why it bothers me, but it just doesn't feel like the spirit of Minecraft. I don't know, maybe I'm reaching. Maybe I'm out on a limb there. But yeah, I'm just not a big fan of reinforced deep slate. And that is it. That is my thoughts on the things that I hate about the Minecraft The Wild update 1.19. I said this in my other videos, and I'll say it again. In general, I actually do like the Wild update. I like 1.19. I do feel like there is more things in here than people give credit for. Just the ancient cities are like insane. Like, I mean, this must have taken a ton of work from the developers to make. And so, in general, I am still, I still like this update. I don't absolutely hate this update like the Buzzy Bees update. I actually hated that update. I was so upset that it had nothing in it. It was literally, the Buzzy Bees update was like, iron golems will break and bees. And that's it. And I'll be talking about that until the day I die. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. What do you hate most about 1.19? And please subscribe for future videos here at OMG Craft. If you like Let's Play style content, please head on over to Facebook. It'll be in the description of this video, where I'm doing a ton of Let's Play videos, so you can check that out in the link in my description. See you guys in the next one. Bye!